I'm here to show you how to replace a burned out light bulb today. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so the parts you're going to need for this installation is the two tail lights, which these part numbers are both 7443. Works on both the upper and lower tail light portion of the Chevy Colorado. And then you need a medium to smaller size Phillips head screwdriver. Also, one of the most important tools for this job, I believe, is to spray a little bit of the WD's water resistant silicone lubricant on the screw holes and on the screws themselves, so that in future applications when I have to take it off, it's not going to be rusted or corroded, and it should come off very, very smoothly. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is just start with a Phillips head screwdriver. Well, these are in here a little tight. Loosen it up. Okay, giving a little tap did help. Now it's starting to turn a little bit. Okay, man, those screws were kind of weak. I mean, just me giving a little turn was already starting to strip them out. So, and put a little bit more pressure on it. Okay, just a little elbow grease and start to loosen these things up. And you can already see the tail light is already loose just barely loosening up those two screws there. Alright, so I got those two screws out. Alright, so with the screws out, I'm just going to gently pull on this. There. Well, first thing I notice is it is super dirty in there, so I'm going to take a little time to clean that out. What I found here, if you can see on the camera, it looks like they've got two push pins, one here and one here, that go into these two holes here. So you had two screws and then two push pins there. I'm going to go ahead and remove the burned out bulbs and put in new bulbs. Hey y'all, if you enjoy watching instructional videos on how to fix different items on your truck, be sure to hit that like button and also the subscribe button right next to it so you'll never miss another informative video that we have coming up real soon. So what you want to do on this is you want to push down and twist counterclockwise. And you only want to turn it about 45 degrees and it'll pop right out. Then what you want to do is just gently pull on the light bulb and pull it gently out. And that came out fairly easily, so that's a good thing. That's one good thing about having a newer vehicle. Everything seems to come apart a lot easier than if you have an older vehicle and everything's had time to corrode and rust. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the new light bulbs here and take one out of the package and just gently push that back in, and it just snaps right into place. And there is a slight bit of moisture in this, and there's a slight bit of dirt, so I'm going to just go ahead and clean that out while I'm here. I'm going to clean off around the rubber here as well. And I'm just going to stick this back in. I'm going to push this back in and then twist to the right, clockwise. And it's in. And I'm going to do the same for this and the other side as well. So again, on this upper portion here, you want to push, and twist. 45. And it pops right out. Again, you want to take the light bulb, gently pull on it, set it to the side. I'm also going to clean out this upper portion here. It's got dirt in it as well. Okay, so what any good repairman will do is, before you install this all back into the vehicle, you want to actually make sure that the lights themselves are working. And so we have the upper and lower lights working, which that was not working before. And we're going to go ahead and try the brake lights now. Go ahead and hit the brake lights. Okay, brake lights are working. Now let's try the turn signal. Alright, we got to have the keys in the on position to start the turn signal. So now we are going to try the turn signal. Okay, so now we have the left turn signals working. So now we know that we can reinstall this confidently and not have to take it back out because we didn't test the lights before we installed it back in. Okay, so what I like to do before installing this back into it, I'm going to spray a little bit of the WD silicone in there. It's a water sealant. I'm going to spray that into where the screws go just to give it a little bit of long-term protection from rust and corrosion. Then I'm going to just simply line up the push pins and push straight in, and it snaps right back in. It snaps back in actually easier than it was to get it out. Okay, so the same thing here. Before I put those screws back in, I'm going to spray a little silicone sealant in there, just to give it a little protection. And then what I'm going to do is spray a little silicone sealant on this and wipe it off with the paper towel. That way it'll keep it from rusting or corroding in the future. I'll wipe the dirt off of it, and then I'll give it one more good spray. Okay, so the final process is I'm going to simply just put the screws back into the taillight. Now, you do have to hold the taillight in just slightly to get the screw lined up, but once you get it going, it's easy. Okay, I didn't want to tighten that one up all the way. I want to get the bottom one in as well. Again, pushing slightly on the bottom as well to line up the hole with the screw. Now I'm coming around to really give a push on those screws to line up the holes. Okay, I have the bottom one somewhat snug. I'm going to go ahead and snug up the top one. Okay, I have them both really snug. Okay, it appears as though I have this very tight now. I gave it a good pull, it's not moving. Now YouTube is going to suggest a video right here that it thinks you'll be interested in watching next. So be sure and check out that video and subscribe to us. And thanks for watching.